my name's Eric. As always, I want to thank you for coming by and checking out my video today. On this episode of Smo'King, I'm going to show you how to make Eggs Benedict. Now, Eggs Benedict is one of my favorite breakfast dishes of all time, definitely in my top 5. The Hollandaise Sauce, I think, is what really brings everything together. And I'm going to do the traditional Eggs Benedict. I know there's lots of different varieties with different meats and different things. But we're going to stick with the old true Eggs Benedict, the classic version, which is English muffins, Canadian bacon, of course eggs, and rather than use that packaged stuff you buy in the store, I'm going to show you how to make a real easy homemade Hollandaise sauce. Don't be intimidated, it's not that difficult. So stick around, I'm going to show you how to do this step by step. Let's get cooking. Alright guys, the first thing you want to do is to break some eggs into little cups like this. It makes it much easier to put in and out of the water when we poach them. So little cups like this, break out how many eggs you want, and I'll meet you over at the stove top to show you how to poach an egg. Okay, you want to start off with some kind of pan, either frying pan with a little bit of a lip on it, because you want to put around 1.5 inches, 1.75 inches of water in that, and you want to heat it up. You don't want this bubbling, you don't want this full simmer, just a very light, almost simmering, okay? And what we're going to add to this is around 1 tablespoon of just regular old white vinegar, okay? So I don't need to measure that, we'll just put a little in it. These help the eggs set properly. So what we want this water temperature at is around 185 to 190. We don't want to go any hotter than 190. So let's just take a look. This is where an instant read really comes in handy. If you don't have one, don't be concerned. You can kind of eye it. So this is just 170, 180. I'm just going to let this heat up just a little bit more. If I can get up to around 195 or 185, I think we're fine. So I'll be back in around probably 45 seconds to a minute. Alright, let's see where we're at now. These electric stoves are hard to dial in. This is fine, 184, 185, this is perfect. We don't want to go any higher than 190. So that's about it. So what we're going to do first here is we want to remove any of those little bubbles on the bottom there. Okay, so just give it a good stir. Mix in that vinegar, remove any of those little bubbles, just like so. I'm just going to let that water kind of settle down for a second. And then this is kind of the hardest part. We're going to put the eggs in. What I usually like to do is start with the first egg at like 12 o'clock. Think of it as a clock face. Second one at 3, third one at 6, last one at 9. This will also help remind you of the way they need to be removed. Now we're only going to cook these for 4.5 minutes. So I'm going to show you that right now. Okay, so we're right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each egg cup, we're going to slowly submerge it in the water and then tilt it slightly and then gently pour that egg out. So there we go. There's one. Go for the second one over here. Not very complicated, just be gentle. You don't want to break that yolk. Like so. We'll do the next one right here at around 6 o'clock. The final one right here. Doesn't look very pretty right now. And so what we're going to do now, like I said, we're going to do it for 4.5 minutes. We'll be back shortly. Alright, 4.5 minutes is up. Now with a slotted spoon, very carefully, and this part can be a little tricky, because you don't want to break that yolk. That kind of ruins the whole presentation. Just like so. So take a look at it. Yeah, this looks good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put it down on a paper towel, very gently. Easier said than done sometimes. There we go. Now I'm going to show you a trick that's going to take the stress level of poaching these eggs away. Because poaching them is one thing, but then you got to get the Canadian bacon ready. You got to get that Hollandaise ready. There's a lot of things going on here. So what I found out is once you poach them like this, you could just put them in some ice water and put them in the fridge until you're ready to use them. Let's just see. And this is kind of delicate too, because we're going to put them one at a time into some ice water. Whoops. That's okay. I guess it doesn't need to be right side up. This is going to stop the cooking process, and this will let them just stay in this state until we're ready to use them. Now what we're going to do is we're going to heat up that water once again to around 185, 190 degrees. And then we're just going to plop them in there for exactly a minute. And that'll bring them right back up to temperature. So let me finish this here. Just like so. Whoops. One more. There we go, guys. I'm going to throw that in the fridge. We'll get to work on the Hollandaise sauce, get everything else going, and then we'll plop them back into that into the pot there of that warm water for exactly a minute when we're ready to eat. Be back in a minute. All right, time for a drink review. Stevens Point Brewery. I'm having one called Snow Pilot Pistachio Nut Brown Ale. They're in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. Let's see, this is 6% alcohol. That's what I'm having. This is my daughter, Ava Grace, and my son, Kyle.
Hello.
My daughter, Ava Grace, is going to have a Capri Sun, what is this called? Strawberry Kiwi. All right?
It's not what it's called, it's the flavor.
Well, that's the flavor, I guess.
It's called Capri Sun, right?
And the Stevens Point Brewery also makes soda. So this is a soda they make. So me and Kyle are both having something from the same place. This is Point Premium Vanilla Cream Gourmet Soda crafted in Wisconsin. So there you go.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
All right. So here you go, Kyle. You know how to take the straw out and put it in?
Yeah, I did it before.
Okay. Just checking.
How else do you think I grab myself a drink?
Okay, just asking. All right, so let's take a look. Pistachio. I love pistachio, but I've never had a pistachio flavored beer. It's kind of dark. It's got a nice head. Let's see. I don't smell anything. All right, as always, guys, I appreciate you stopping by.
Oh, I can smell through the straw.
All right, cheers.
Like the smell.
Cheers, Kyle. Cheers to our viewers. Thanks again. All right, let's take a sip. Tell them what we think. Wow. That does taste like pistachio. Don't taste any hops. Kind of little sweetness, a little malty. Almost like a red ale. But the underlying taste the lingering taste is of pistachio. Wow, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever had anything quite that unique. I don't know if I'd be able to sit down and drink a couple of them. Maybe one will be enough, but it's interesting. All right. Ava Grace, what do you think of the kiwi strawberry? Or strawberry kiwi, I'm sorry. I mixed it
Strawberry
up.
kiwi Capri Sun. Well, the kiwi, I can taste the strawberry, but I can taste the kiwi really good. It's like really strong and wild and good.
Okay.
It just has a really good flavor.
There you go. And next, Kyle, with your vanilla cream soda. What do you think?
I'd say it's good. I don't know what else to say. There's not much to it. It's a pretty typical cream soda.
Very vanilla-y.
Vanilla-y?
Is that a word?
Vanilla E? What?
Not Milli Vanilli, but vanilla flavor. Whew. I haven't had a sweet soda, but boy, that does taste pretty good.
Vanilla.
All right, guys, we're gonna get busy on the hollandaise sauce, and then I'm gonna go out. It's getting dark already. I'm gonna go out, fire up the Blackstone griddle. I'm gonna cook some hash browns, the Canadian bacon, the English muffins. We're gonna fry up a couple eggs for Kyle, and yeah, we're gonna assemble Eggs Benedict. It's gonna be delicious. Cheers.
Cooking.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right, guys, be back in a second to show you how to do the hollandaise.
Cheers with an empty bottle.
It's not empty, guys.
All right, so now we got to get 3 egg yolks for the hollandaise sauce. So
Right.
Monica's got this little egg yolk
Separator.
Now, if you don't have this, you can pass the yolk back between the shells one by one. But this is a neat little thing here.
Yeah, it just kind of drops the whites, keeps the yolk.
Yeah, make sure you get all that yolk out. Might need maybe a knife or something.
Well, this is, yeah. Hang on. It'll do it. It just takes a minute. But anyways, yeah. So you want to separate the yolks. You could use the shell, though. I mean, I've always done that before this tool. These yolks are a little bit tougher than some of the other.
I think it's just because it's these
Farm
fresh
fresh.
eggs. Yeah.
They're really good. But yeah,
But you could save those whites for a healthy omelet or something like that.
a meringue.
A meringue, yeah, there you go, there you go.
So yeah, we're just gonna.
Alright, there
I
you
just
go.
want to make sure I get it all out.
So we're gonna get 3 egg yolks to start for our hollandaise. Now we're doing something a little bit easier than using a double broiler. We're gonna use a hand blender. What do you call those? Immersion blender?
Immersion blender.
Immersion blender makes it
Oh,
real
those are
easy.
so nice. All right.
All right, so there's 1 yolk. We're pouring it in here because we're gonna use a little blender.
There we go.
We'll continue to do this until we have 3 egg yolks. Be
All
back
right.
in a minute. So there are our 3 egg yolks. To that, we're going to add the juice of half a lemon.
Right. So now with the lemon, you want to give it a good. You want to massage your lemon.
Massage your lemon?
Yeah, you want to roll it because it lets more juices out, and when you go
Okay.
to squeeze it, it's a real
And
winner.
you can add some cayenne pepper. Some people put like a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper in their hollandaise. We're using
We have
a little-
better ideas.
We're using a little bit of Sriracha sauce because we love Sriracha.
So we like to just do half a lemon. No need to measure. Some people will be like, oh, you need a tablespoon or you need this. Half a lemon is for
Yeah.
us. I mean, it's by preference. It's not going to make or break if you don't do it exact. So we're going to do it our way. And I just want to make sure we got no seeds. All right. Are we ready for the fun? Here we go. I'm going to squeeze. I got a little bit of seeds. I'll have to fish out of there. Look at that. Lots
All
of
right.
juice.
Half a lemon. And then we
Half.
got the immersion circulator here.
Yeah.
And now we have 1 stick of butter on the stove. We want to get that kind of warm because these egg yolks aren't cooked, but adding warm, hot butter and blending it with this immersion circulator will help cook everything. So let's grab the butter. We'll be back in a second. All right, so now with your immersion circulator, we're gonna blend these eggs. Just like so. All right, now we're going to add the hot melted butter while, you want me to pour it while we,
I'm just gonna hold this gently.
but you want to pour that in while you're blending it.
Okay, well that's gonna be fun. All right, I'll do it.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, here we go.
All right.
Just slowly or do I?
Very slowly, otherwise it's going to separate. Keep it blended, keep it blended. Okay, stop. Just keep blending it. There you go, you want it nice and creamy. If you don't do this right, it's gonna separate. There you go, a little bit more. And that's 1 stick of butter. Okay, that's it. Keep it going. Looking good. I'll hold it if you want, okay? A little bit more. There you go. A little bit more butter. There you go. We're going to keep doing this until the whole stick of butter has been added. This is going to help cook those egg yolks without turning it into scrambled eggs. Alright, while it's still blending, we're going to add a little bit of Sriracha, just for a little bit of heat. There we go. And that's pretty much it. So let's take a look and see the consistency. Alright.
Get like a little
It should be
spoon.
nice and creamy. It should coat the bottom of a spoon.
Let's see.
Now dip it down in the inside. Let's see, lift that spoon up. Let's take a look.
Maybe
Oh,
a
yeah.
little bit more, maybe.
Huh?
Should we do it a little more?
Yeah, you can do it a little bit more, but that's a good consistency. Nice and smooth. It hasn't separated.
Okay, let's do a little bit more.
All right. All right, so we blended it a little bit. The longer you blend it, it's gonna get.
Now this is a little bit better. See that? It coats the back of the spoon really nice. Look at that.
All right, so give it a taste test and see what it tastes
Look at
like.
that. Okay. Ooh, that Sriracha really adds to it. Ooh, it's good. You want to try it?
Yeah, let me have it.
It's good.
Sure beats the store-bought stuff.
Oh yeah.
So what we're
Okay.
gonna do now is we want to keep this warm. We got a
Hydro flask.
hydro flask.
We use it for camping, all you know.
And
but-
we're gonna pour that in there. We're just gonna keep it warm, and this will keep it nice and warm until we're ready to serve it.
So
Pour
we're just
that
gonna
on in.
pour it in.
And that's it, guys. Time for me to go outside and start cooking the rest of the stuff before it gets pitch black. We're having breakfast for dinner today. All right, meet you guys outside. All right, so we're gonna do some hash browns. I'm gonna put a little bit of oil over here. I've had this on low for around 15 minutes. Kind of heating up nice with my new wind guards. Whoops. Which work great. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll leave a link below. It's a video I did for these wind guards for the Blackstone that work remarkably well, and they help you save propane. I'm gonna put some butter like this. Let me get this bag open here. These are just the frozen ones, guys. Nothing fancy. These take a while, so I'm putting these on first. Like I said, these are just the shredded hash browns. All right. Let's try to flatten these out a little bit. All right, we're gonna put a little salt on here. Have to season up your hash browns. Like so. Little ground black pepper. Just like so. I'm going to put a little bit more butter just right on top here. I'm going to take a little oil just around the edges here. Add a little on the top. There we go. We'll let the griddle do its thing. All right, so what we want to do here, kind of go underneath, make sure it's not sticking. Oh, it's sticking a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and flip these here. Woo! Little crispy, but I don't mind. There we go. look at that. All right, we definitely need to add a little bit more butter. And I'm just gonna use a little more oil. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, let's expand out a little bit here so you guys can see. And I apologize for the lighting here, but I brought an extra light out. I'm gonna take some buttered English muffins. Just gonna get these things toasted up. You can tell which ones are the bottoms and which ones are the tops. What else I'm going to do, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to throw out these Canadian bacons here. Don't walk too far away from these muffins because they don't take long. Like, look at that. That's already done. So I got a little pan off here to the side. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. Just want to toast these up. Look at that. I could get a little bit more. Let's move that one up. That one's done. There we go. And I think this Canadian bacon's just about done. I'm going to flip it one more time. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, it's starting to smell delicious out here. Alright, I'm going to give it the ham, or I should say the Canadian bacon, just a couple more minutes. And the hash browns are just about done too. We'll be back in a second. Alright, let me do the quick flip on these and see what we're dealing with. Yeah, these are done. Alright, so I'm going to remove these. Alright, hash browns are done. I'll throw the Canadian bacon in here. Let's go inside and assemble our Eggs Benedict. Alright, here we are, 184, 185, that's perfect. We're just going to heat up these eggs now. So it doesn't matter how you scoop them out now because they're all cold. And again, be very careful. And here we go, just another minute or so. So again, I'm putting them in the same way. So I'll remember how to take them out. This really takes the stress out of it, guys. Make these several hours ahead of time. Just let them sit in your fridge in some ice water. And then when your guests come over and the Hollandaise is done, go ahead, throw them in the water again. 60 seconds. You are done. Alright, I'm going to assemble one now. Toasted English muffin. We're going to put a couple slices of that Canadian bacon. Alright, now we're going to put this poached egg that I just put in the hot water. Ooh. For around a minute. See if I can scoop this out gently. There we go. Right on top. And now for the star of the show. And then last but not least, like I said, the star of the show, the Hollandaise. Ooh, look at this. Got a little thick as we
it's okay.
let it stay warm.
It's still just as good.
Yeah, oh, it's wonderful.
And it should be like...
Now I should have a little green garnish, green onion, or something to put on top. I don't care. But there it is. Let's cut into this and take a look. All right, we're gonna cut it in half. Let's see here. Well, not completely in half.
Fun.
We want to get some of that yolk just to see. Okay, perfect. Now see if you can open that up slightly. Let's see. Hang on.
We'll get it. We'll get it. Be patient. Here it comes. Hopefully.
You didn't get through the...
I did. There.
Oh, look at that. Wow. Perfectly
And
cooked.
lots of it on my knife here.
Yeah, there is. All right.
We'll get it. Look.
We'll come back, taste this in just a second. All right, here I am with my wife Monica. She's just putting a little
Hey.
pepper on it. I think the Canadian bacon's got enough salt, and the butter has a little bit of salt.
We use this, yeah, the salted butter makes
All right, guys. So here it is. My favorite breakfast. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's give this a try.
Does that look amazing?
I can already tell I like it. I like the egg like this.
Okay, I'm on the other side, and I'm a left. We're both lefties, so I'm sorry if it's the opposite way for me. I'll churn it. Ah.
What are you doing?
I was churning. I'm a lefty. I'm on your left, so it makes it hard for me.
Man, that Hollandaise sauce. Absolutely delicious. Man. What do you think? If you've never had Eggs Benedict,
Wow.
you owe yourself.
No, this is this is really good. That's a winner right there. You know what? We lived in Southern California where this was something you could get easily.
No, you can still get it out here.
It's not as easy to come by. But I'll tell you what. You can make it yourself. So you can save yourself a lot of money. Just feed
And you
your
don't have
family
to-
and impress
You
your
don't need
family.
to do it on the griddle.
No.
Do it inside, just toast the muffins and
Yeah.
heat up in a frying pan.
Yeah, stick those muffins in the toaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it easy.
It's just like a perfect combination of flavors, I think.
But that easy hollandaise way and the poached way where you can put it aside really makes a difference.
Makes it much more convenient, especially if you want to eat it later and you're trying to serve the whole family. We just did one, but we got the egg yolks, the water. We're going to do it for 60 seconds. We'll assemble these. Everyone's going to have Eggs Benedict, some hash browns. There we go, guys. As always, I appreciate you stopping by. If you liked the video, please hit the like button.
Please do. That's
This
what makes
logo
it.
on my shirt on the corner, click on that. It allows you to subscribe to my channel. Please do that. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll leave a link above and below to my website, ericsmokingbbq.com. I have all my recipes, pictures, and links to all the videos showing you how to do it. Mine's all gone.
There's something to say.
I can't finish with one last bite. As always, guys, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.